Hey, boys and girls. Hey, the plan for today is to go up here and we'd set a new salt for the over-the-counter deer this year. And looks like it's getting some pretty good traffic. So today we're going up there. The hunt starts in just a matter of a couple weeks. So we're gonna replenish the salt, check the sign, set up kind of a natural ground blind in there. It looks like it's getting hit pretty good. So we're gonna go up there, check that out, and take you along with us if you're willing. Don't forget, comment on this, like and subscribe. As long as, you know what, on the comment part of it, I've been thinking about starting another channel. One about the way of the way of the world, my perspective on it. So if you think I ought to do that, by all means, comment on there, let me know what you think, because this channel, I want to leave it to where it's outdoor stuff. But boy, the way things the world is going right now, yeah, I got a peace of mind on that stuff. So let me know what you think. Comment down below. Anyway, I'm gonna head up here and I'm gonna get set up and all that stuff, and I'll touch base with you after that. All right, so see you in a little bit. Just cooked me a couple eggs for lunch. Well, guy's supposed to show up. He said he was gonna get up here right after work. So got the bulk of it set up. All he'll have to do is worry about his sleeping accommodations somewhere over there. Huh. So anyway, we're set up. I've shot the bow a few times. Not bad. Not too awful bad. We'll dilly-dally around here. We'll just camp for this evening, and then tomorrow morning I'm thinking that we'll go in there and we'll walk into the salt, and I'll show you that. You know, most of you know how to do this stuff, but I'm going to give you, do I got any egg yolk in my stash? I'll give you some tips and stuff in case, you know, you're interested what I do. Then you can comment and nitpick and tell me how I'm doing it wrong and how I ought to be doing this, that, or the other thing. But maybe what I'll also do is I'll add some proof of sign that it works. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, so anyway, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Again, okay, I'm thinking about that other channel. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you'd like to see me cover, talk about. One thing you got to remember, when I used to be really bad about politics and stuff. And I say bad, I mean really opinionated about it. But after Trump and everything that happened there, I can tell you what I've come away with. And so this is just a teaser should I get into it on another channel. The right wing and the left wing are two wings of the same bird. So remember that. And that's the kind of things that I'll talk about. And it won't be one side or the other or anything. It's about the whole stinking bird. And it ain't no evil. So anyway, comment below if you think I ought to do something like that. Otherwise, I'll video some of the camp and some of what's going on. Whether it actually makes it into a video or not, we'll see. So we'll see if it's family friendly. We'll go from there. Okay, so more to come. Hang in there. Stay strong. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. Come on, subscribe. All right, I'm up to, I think it was 64, 65. We can do better, people. Come on, help me out. Okay, like it and comment. And I don't care what your comment is. You know, you like it, you love it, you think I'm an old geezer, do whatever you want to do. But do it. Hit it, okay? More to come. Hang in there.
So it's in the morning. Didn't want to videotape anything last night, trust me. It just got a little philosophical. But we're having breakfast. The guy, as usual, does an excellent job on breakfast. Figured I better make sure I get some of that cotton.
Yeah.
Rest of the plan is we're going to go, after breakfast, we'll tear down camp and then we'll go in there and we'll hit that salt. And I'll show you more about how the neighbors are restless once again. But I'll show you how we do that, the thoughts behind it, and all of that, tips and stuff for if you're interested. So hang in there, more to come. So hey, as promised, Guy and I, proper grammar, that's what we're all about. Explain a little bit about what we got going. So we've hunted this area for years, pretty exclusively, as a matter of fact. And every once in a while, you got to change it up. So the original salt that we had wasn't too far from a tank. And the strategy with this is, and I think I've said this before, but the strategy is if you can figure out where they likely bed, and they bed in a variety of places depending on where they're at. I mean, you look for typical places where they could bed. Typically north sides, yada yada yada. Most of you know this. Thicker timber. They like having their backs, and I'm talking deer and elk. They like having their backs protected, so that when they've got their head down, all they got to do is open their eyes and they can see down the hill. Okay, so they'll typically be up on little benches with darker timber. And as you can see, we've got darker timber here. Not on the north side, but still. So anyway, my strategy has always been, if you know where the water is, you know where they bed, and there's plentiful feed everywhere. But they wind up sticking to game trails regardless. So if you can find a game trail that's getting even just a little bit of traffic, that's a good place. So figure out water, figure out bedding, figure out feed, game trail, and then be thinking about, okay, so we've got cattle in the area, and what do you got to do to try to keep the cattle out of it, because they will devastate a salt. I'm not one of those guys that likes to pack in 200 pounds of salt and, sit there and watch it come out once every 2 months or something like that. I like going in every couple weeks, putting a little bit of salt down. I like that granular stuff. I'll throw a block in there if it's going to be an extended amount of time, like, how they could close the forest or something like that. So put in a block. But I typically like the granular stuff, because you got to think of other hunters too. If they're working through this area, that white salt, or whitish, if you get the mineral stuff, is still contrasting. So you can pick that out 100 yards away. So try to keep it, the profile. Oh crap, we got a stalker. Wanting to see where the hell we're going. Damn it.
Back over on the hill over there.
Anyway, so think about that too, because you don't want another hunter just stumbling on your thing or being able to pick it out when they're coming through here. So you got to be covert about it. So anyway, we'll go up in here. You can see we got quite a bit of downfall. That's kind of my deterrent for these moo cows. And we'll get up here and I'll show you more about placement and all that stuff. Okay, in bed. I'm just going to keep it running in case you say something funny.
Okay.
So the last morning before I was packing up camp to leave, I thought, one more run, one more. And I thought of this salad bowl that's down here. And I thought, you know what, I've always seen does and stuff in here. So I parked the four-wheeler and up the hill I came. And I came up right through there. And when I got like right up in here, I saw movement coming through the trees. And I thought, holy shit. As a matter of fact, it was right through here. It was right up there. It's the salt. It's either that or it's that tree. No, it's that tree. That's where all this deadfall comes in. So anyway, I got about here and I saw movement over there. I pulled up my glasses and they were like $6. 3 or 4 of them were $4. And I thought, man, I got to close the distance. So I think I shot from just this side. No, it's over here.
Right in here, it's almost straight up. I mean, straight. We kind of did a zigzag.
Yeah, hopefully we lost the cow.
Quit standing at your truck. Wait for that white truck to throw some hay out to him.
Yeah. So anyway, it was one of them trees. We'll have to get up there and see. I think it's that one. If it's that dead one, maybe. See that or it's that one. Anyway, I got to right up in here. And they were moving through almost single file. And so I picked a nice 4x and I let that arrow go. I could have sworn I hit him. I could have sworn. And so I sat here and I watched them. All of them headed off that way except for one. One turned and started uphill, and I thought that's the one I hit. So I sat here and watched and watched and watched, and I lost him through the trees. And I thought, all right, I'm just going to sit here. So I sat here for about an hour or something. Then I got up and I went, marked where I shot from, followed the shooting lane, and I couldn't find my arrow. And I thought, fuck, I'm looking around, I'm not seeing any blood. There's still an arrow up here somewhere. Then I started working a spiral, and I couldn't find any blood. I bet I spent 2.5 hours right here, wow, searching. Never found blood, never found him, never found the arrow. I could have sworn I hit him. Fuck, I could have sworn. It was in the last morning of the hunt, and I had to pack up and get out. So anyway, I was thinking that in this deadfall, as a matter of fact, I think right here was where I was thinking would be one good place.
Yeah.
I know it was right here.
Yeah, good rest on that log right there.
And that salt, it's that big tree. It's not this one that's dead here. It's that one over there. That salt's about 40 yards straight through there. So there's a place here, a place there, a place. I mean, shit, there's all kinds of them.
Right.
You know?
So what is you think this is from the salt right here?
About 40 yards.
About 40 yards.
Yeah. You got a rangefinder?
I do.
Yeah.
I need to put a battery in it.
Once you get set up, and you'll see where the salt is, because there's a charred log laying there on the ground.
Yeah.
You'll see that. So just so you guys know what we're talking about, this is all this deadfall right in here. I mean, it's kind of a natural blind. You can sit down right here. You don't have to not move at all, and you're covered. And you be strategic about it. Just like, you know, right there might be a good place because you got some shadowing going on, You don't want to sit in the sun because you'll bake. Next thing you know, you'll get antsy and have to move around. Holy crap. Okay, so this log was laying over here in the ground. And it looks like the cattle, at least one of them, found it.
Yeah.
But that trail used to run right there. So now I've replenished it. It's just a little bit, just enough that it'll be there for 2 weeks. They'll chew that stuff up. And the next time we come in here, it'll be dark. Of course, game fish has a tendency, I told me a guy that opening days are always on a full moon. So we're gonna get a lay of the land, log it to memory right now, and know that all the deadfall right down there, that's our blind area. And anything within 40 to 50 yards is a presentable shot. The game's moving through this way. All you gotta do is sit, wait, pick your shot. That's the way it should work.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
It's worked like that in the past. Other times, not so much. That's why it's called hunting and not killing.
I'm good at that.
I'm good with that too. Because we're in it for the experience. We're not them trophy guys. When the game meat starts waning in the freezer, it's time to get serious. But the rest of the time, it's chilling. It's unplugging. Okay, so this is where it is. I mean, kind of look. Where would you like to set up at? You know, from here, because this is, they're going to stop here.
Yeah, kind of like that rust straight through there. I'll lane right through there.
Yeah.
Because I can get up high enough to set the rest on that. There's that crossbow right there on that tree.
So as we walk down there, anything we see that might interfere with your shooting lane, let's bust that off. Now, if you should see any cameras, because those are illegal in Arizona, if you should happen to see any, there is a Sasquatch group that looks for Sasquatch in this neck of the woods. Now, if that's an indicator of where we might be at, to you Sasquatch hunters, I don't have any cameras up here, but that Sasquatch group does. You know what? You'd be amazed at how a twig that you can look at and you go, well, shit, that ain't gonna get in the way. That thing will grow or move to another side of a tree or something and get right smack dab in your way. So right now's the time to prune it off. Just like some of those grim stories and stuff, the trees move. They just pull up out of the ground, they move over 3 or 4 feet and replant themselves. I'm gonna fall on my butt. Okay, I didn't. Get the stuff off of that tree right there. Yeah. And then that one just up the hill just a little bit. I'm actually thinking this might be better than that, because you get even more shade.
Kind of what I think is I can set the rest of the freaking crossbow right
Yeah, you can put your butt on this one,
here. Yeah.
not be right on the ground. You got mid-morning shade. Of course, it's to be about 11 o'clock or so.
I'll have some afternoon shade too with them trees right there.
Well, you got to do scoot up a little more underneath that tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Both sides of this guy. Get one on that side of that.
Yeah, that is a clear, no bones, straight alleyway right to the salt. Okay, so landmark. Can you get up?
Yeah, it'll take a minute.
Do it slowly. Okay, unmistakable landmark is this big dead quakey right here.
Oh yeah.
And that tree that's fall over with that great big stump that's right over there. You're straight across from that thing. Kind of hard to miss it. Shit, the way you busted that limb, you're a brute.
All this weight.
So it's 3 sausage patties this morning, 4 strips of bacon.
2 pounds of potatoes, pound of onions.
And the onions. Onions just help it move.
Huh?
Onions just help it move.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, they do.
Yeah, so straight down there be the truck. So if we go straight down there, then we can pick a landmark for coming up here.
Yeah.
Okay. You happy?
Yep.
You know, and the sad thing about it is, and I should put this on the video, sad thing about that is I was okay, you know, the pictures or the cameras that send you pictures on your phone,
Yeah.
real time, that's bullshit. But honestly, anytime I've been scouting and stuff like that, if I go in on a tank and there's 7 or 8 cameras on it, then I know there's way too many people going to be in there, and I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Now that they've outlawed the damn things, you could come walking into an area you think you got all to yourself, and there's 3 other guys already sitting there.
Yeah.
Or you're sitting there, and somebody comes in on you.
Yeah, it shoots over my head.
Whew! Man, we've been hiking now for what, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
That's probably
That's far enough.
3 miles or something to get back into that salt. And look who's waiting for us. That's another thing. That's how you beat the crowd. You set your salt way out there, way out there.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting my 4-wheeler up to it.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't do that anyway because that'd be going cross country and illegal. What we'll do is we'll put a yoke on one of these guys that has a fishing pole with a carrot hanging off of it out in front of them. And we'll just pack deer and elk on these guys and let them
Bring it out for
bring
us.
it out for us.
That'll work.
You want a job? We got a job for you. Oh, look at that. What are you, a millennial? Kind of said no to the job. That's just a tease. I don't really think millennials are lazy or anything.
That's where the
Yeah, that's on the other channel. We'll talk about that shit. Well, guys, we got done what we needed to get done. So now we'll be back up in here a day or two before day or two before opening day. We'll come in here and we'll set up camp. That ain't a giveaway to where we're at. Yeah, somewhere up on the mountain. Anyway, that'll do it for now, and then in a couple of weeks we'll start the hunt, and we'll take you along with that. Of course, it'll be after the fact, but we'll still take you along with us if you're willing. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff, and stick with us. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy your company, so please do stick around. Thanks.